so bad, we know we're good. Blowing your mind like we knew we would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl show.
Well, they call me sweetness, and I like to dance. Running the ball is like making more mans. We had the goal since training camp to give Chicago a Super Bowl champ. And we're not doing this because we're greedy. The Bears are doing it to feed the needy.
Nope. Can't let y'all do a Hall of Famer like this. No, sir. Nope. God. About threw up. I'm gonna need to gear up for this one. Golly. The Chicago Bears are sneaky good. Okay, whew. All right, I'm done repping the set. We can get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Chicago Bears hired Ben Johnson from division rival Detroit to hopefully get them out of the hole and to the promised land. Do a quick roster break down the schedule, and get into some scenarios the Bears might come into contact with that they need to have go their way so they can survive the division, get to the playoffs, and potentially get to the Super Bowl. This is the second year for quarterback Caleb Williams, first overall draft pick out of USC. Oklahoma fans might know him as traitor, unholy defiler,
the loathsome dung eater,
bane against humanity's existence,
dastardly doo-doo devourer.
But unfortunately, he's very good. I'm a Packers fan. His play extension ability is great. His running ability is sneaky good. He needs to utilize that more. And he has a good arm. I believe this year that he can be the Bears' first ever 4,000-yard passer. The only team in the entire league who hasn't had a 4,000 yards passer is Chicago, and I think they're going to break that slump in 2025. Last year, under Eberflus, Caleb Williams was the third most sacked quarterback of all time, sacked 68 times. They went ahead and tried to fix all that with a total revamp of the offensive line, and they also pursued some offensive weapons in the draft. One thing I like about Caleb Williams is my grandpa calls it the spidey sense. He can sense pressure coming.
Williams in his pocket evades the sack and finds Kmet. Cole Kmet inside the 10.
And now that he has an offensive line that can help deal with some of that, he's not going to be under such intense pressure all the time. He already has good chemistry with Cole Kmet and the receivers that stayed behind. Hopefully he can get that type of chemistry with his offensive line, with his offensive coordinator, and with his wide receivers so that he can continue to produce and break that 4,000-yard mark. Just a quick stat breakdown: threw for 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 picks. That's the best by a first overall pick ever. Also rushed 81 times for 489 yards, 6-yard average. I think he should run more. If he becomes another dual threat quarterback that the league's kind of transitioning to, he's going to cause problems in the NFC North and for the league overall. When it comes to the running backs, headlined by DeAndre Swift, one sentence comes to mind when you talk about DeAndre Swift: left more to be desired. We saw how good he was on Philly. Wasn't able to replicate that this year. Had 253 attempts, ran for 959 yards and 6 touchdowns. Only had 100-yard plus game this year. He has the athletic ability to be a 1,000-yard rusher, and hopefully, just like Caleb, he'll prosper under this new offensive line. One play I'll bring attention to, even though I'm a Packers fan, he put Xavier McKinney in a blender, boy.
Here's Swift. Got the great block outside. One man to beat. Swift, foot race. Touchdown, Chicago.
He has excellent ball carrier vision, and hopefully he can lead this offense on the ground while Caleb Williams does it through the air. With Keenan Allen gone, DJ Moore's the veteran on this offense. Hopefully Ben Johnson can get some schemes together to get him open, and then he can exercise his athleticism on the enemy defense. He has excellent extremity control, footwork like a ballerina.
Here's Williams going for the big ball, going for the big shot, and he hits it. Moore with the touchdown haul.
Caught 98 passes for 966 yards last year and 6 touchdowns, with Rome Odunze helping out. On his first year, Rome caught 54 receptions, 753 yards, and 3 touchdowns. To make up for the loss of Keenan Allen, the Bears drafted Luther Burden III. Just some draft notes on Luther that I had this year. Fortunately, he's been labeled a diva, and some say he lacks effort. I know that he has physical ability out the wazoo. Honestly, he makes playing receiver look easy sometimes. Ran a 4.4 140. He has razor sharp cuts when he has the ball in his hand, and he's an ankle breaker type player. Hopefully Ben Johnson can handle the burden of a wide receiver like this. Tight ends. Cole Kmet had excellent chemistry with Caleb last year. Always finds a soft spot in the zone. Very sure hands. Very physical player as well. Cole's the type of dude to play violently all the way to the whistle. If the whistle don't get blown, the haymaker's going to keep coming. They also drafted Colston Lovin with their first round pick. And the only note I had on him, let's see, the exact quote is, addicted to the end zone. I don't gotta say any more on that. That's the type of player Colston Loveland is. He's gonna bring that tenacity, that ferocity to the Bears offense and hopefully get them out of the slump they've been in. The Bears did a complete offensive line overhaul. They signed and extended Joe Tooney, signed center Drew Dahlman, signed offensive guard Jonah Jackson. Anything more than third most sacks ever is an improvement. So really they can only go up this year, but hopefully they exceed expectations, allow Caleb the time to exercise his athletic ability and put points on the scoreboard. On to the defense. Defensive line, Montez Sweat led the team with 5.5 sacks. That leaves more to be desired. They signed Grady Jarrett and Dayo Odeyingbo, let me know if I pronounced that wrong, buddy, to shore up the defensive line to help get more pressure on enemy quarterbacks. Also got a good linebacker duo in TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds. When it comes to DBs, they're good. Tyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson. Safety, Kevin Byard seems to be playing into his 30s, but he's doing good. He led the team in tackles last year with 130. There's not much to say on special teams. Hopefully it doesn't bite him in the ass this year. Okay, Chicago Bears schedule. One thing I noticed, first thing when I look at this, week 5 bye week sucks, man. You get that knocked out of the way early, then you have a murderer's row of opponents all the way into hopefully the playoffs. Sucks, but it is what it is. You can't pick your bye week. Weeks 1 through 4 leading up to the bye week, I think y'all can get 3 out of those 4. You start the year off with the Vikings at home and then immediately go to Detroit. Win the Vikings game, there's be less pressure on you to win the Detroit game, but it'd be cool if you could win that too. Then you got the Cowboys coming in. That should be an easy dub. And then you're going to the Raiders. So it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility to see the Bears start 3-1 entering the bye week. Now on to that murderer's row they gave y'all after the bye week. At Washington, at the Ravens, at the Bengals, and then week 13 at the Eagles, week 14 at Lambeau. Yeah, this is probably the worst series of away games I've seen in a long time. You got a couple Mickey Mouse games coming into your house in between all these, but the away games are brutal, man. My advice would be, in these away games, get ahead and stay ahead. Because if you're playing from behind, odds are you're losing these games. The NFC North is brutal. The Lions are still a hot team right now. Packers ain't going nowhere. And the Vikings are trying to get their footing under them. You need to set yourself aside from these people and exceed the standard, exceed expectations, so you can get into the playoffs and start proving people wrong. And I say that as a Packers fan. I hate the Bears, but they have potential. They have a good roster. Let's break down some scenarios. What do Bears got to do? Honestly, Bears got to win some of the away game. You're not going to shatter expectations unless you do it in the enemy's house, especially when the enemy's good. If you come off your bye week and you head into Commander Stadium, put Jane Daniels on his ass a couple times, run up the score on the Commanders, people will start talking about you. Then that second half of your schedule is going to look a lot easier because you got momentum. Next thing you got to do, don't expect Ben Johnson to save this team in the first year. It's a marathon, not a sprint. As long as Caleb shows improvement and doesn't get sacked for the second most ever in history, then it's a good year. Defense-wise, got to put the pressure on the quarterback. I haven't been scared as a Packers fan of a Chicago defense since Khalil Mack was playing there. And that's been what, since 2018? It's been a while. Hopefully someone can break out, put some pressure on the quarterback. Hopefully someone can break out and start locking down the side of the field. Hopefully someone can break out and start shutting down a run game. Because until then, I'm not scared of the Bears. As a Packers fan, I enjoy being scared of the Bears. I want to beat y'all at your best. But until then, I just see it as a dub on my schedule. Next, fan base got to show up. Once the Bears start winning, if they start winning, fans need to buy tickets and get in there. And don't abandon the team if they lose a go. Chicago is one of the most populated cities in America. That stadium should be full every game. If it's not, there's something wrong. Caleb Williams is a good quarterback. I'm from Oklahoma. That dude is a traitor. I hate him and Lincoln Riley, and I will to the day I die, but he's good. And he's got good weapons. He's got a good team around him. There should be no reason this team doesn't put points on the scoreboard. But you can't panic. You can't start trying to play hero ball. Because once you do, it's going to go downhill. And I'll be standing on the Bears again, looking across at the Lions for the NFC North title. I don't want that. I like competition. It makes me better as a person. Yeah. So anyways, it's been me. My name's Barry. I don't do outros. Those are for rich people. Yeah. Oh, if the Bears get the Super Bowl, I need another shuffle. I need Caleb Williams up there dancing. I need DeAndre Swift up there dancing. I need Cole Kmet hitting a gruddy, just like Gesicki did. I'm not doing that on camera. But yeah, good luck. Go Pack, go.
So bring on Atlanta, bring on Dallas. This is for Mike and Papa Bear Hallis. But I'm not here to feathers ruffle. I just came here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.